Hello, everyone. It's your bird, Aevin the Raven, and welcome back to Elden Ring on Casual. And so where I left off was I beat Margit, and I know for a fact that I'm going to forget all of down here if I don't do that now, so I'm going to go do that now. Actually, over here might be better. A couple things I noticed while I was beginning to review my stream from yesterday. First of all, I already knew that my voice sounded somewhat tinny, but it's worse than I thought, and I am sorry for that. I will work on getting myself a higher quality microphone. Currently, I'm just using the one in the PlayStation controller. What is chasing me? The other thing I noticed, well, I didn't quite notice this so much as,
someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height.
there's one more thing I noticed, and one thing I realized after I streamed. The other thing I noticed is the echoing quality of the game itself, because of this is probably due to my mic setup, honestly. And the thing I realized after the fact was that when I was talking about how it wasn't the first time I'd soloed Margit, I sounded incredibly arrogant. I did not mean to come across that way. I was just still in somewhat shock at how many blunders I'd made there. I mean, I forgot to upgrade my weapon. Which I fixed that after the first time. I kept dodging into attacks instead of away from the hitbox. And, yeah. I was gonna say talisman switch, but honestly, the turtle talisman probably saved me. So I apologize. I will say, however, that aside from possibly Godric, and this is a maybe because I can't really remember, I have not soloed any other main boss in this game. So, yeah, you will get to see me struggle at that. Since this is a somewhat casual run, I'm not going to hold myself to no summoning ever. However, I will try a boss at least 5 times before I attempt summoning.
What are you waiting for? My fort. Oh, I fret not. The celebrations. Yes, I would. That depraved lot are obsessed with. Honestly, God first, he and to think. Yeah, I almost feel. What are you waiting for? My fort lies.
So I'm off to a fort. And So this one, as long as I'm careful not to aggro the pumpkin head, shouldn't need a summon for. That I will come back for, because I can't do anything with it right now. There's a merchant over this way. Hello, my guy.
Dear customer, welcome. Value, please. I'm hungry.
You are currently very important. Alright. Have to come back. Actually, wait. I've got a bunch of runes in my inventory. Yeah, that.
How nice of you, please.
I'll have to remember that you have smithing stones. Actually, no. Let's just buy those. And the liver. Okay. I see the octopus, and I am going to annihilate it. Man, this is just an unlucky day for you, huh? Pretty sure those are needed for, I think it's the clotting boluses. Something to do with bleed. There's one more. Maybe two. Two. Did you just go up the wall? Wolf. Get back down here, furball. Hi, one I missed. I love twin blades. No, you did not just witness me get stuck in a coffin. It is your imagination. That is a lot of runes from one graveyard. I get that up to 30, and then I'll get intelligence up to 20. Then I'll probably start leveling faith, and yes, I did decide that I'm going to go with intelligence and faith. The story I've got in my head is a faithless prisoner got sent back to the lands between and learns to have faith again, not in the gods, because let's be real here, the gods in this game suck. I trust the Greek pantheon over them. Well, most of them. Yeah, so definitely not the gods, but faith in themselves and conviction, and their own conviction. You can go away now. I'm going to have to fight the Pumpkinhead. Great. Maybe I can sneak around it? Goodbye. Shoot! I don't know how I got myself into this situation. But I've got to get myself out of it somehow. Well, this is concerning. I get hit once by anything and I'm done. Let's go. Can't believe I just got cornered by that pumpkin head. Why are you not targeting him? Okay. Thankfully, I saved enough magic to accomplish that. Got the rock because I need it. Ladder climbing speed in this game is so slow. Anyway. Kale, here you are. Oh, sunset.
It's you again. Always a pleasure. Care to purchase anything? The howl of a wolf. In the mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Oh, don't fret, I just have an Goodbye.
I know that Kale was initially supposed to have a quest. He should have kept it, honestly. Okay, I know those motion controls are going to get me... Oh, Elevator! Those motion controls are going to wind up getting me in trouble at some point, so let's take those off. Oh, I can put this on here. The issue is that split scaling is... split damage is never really as good. We'll try it. Could be useful. Alright, report to Kenneth. Handle the howling in Mistwood. I say handle, but it's meat, really. And And then go back to Fort Height to progress Kenneth's quest a little further.
I've been waiting for you with bated breath. Did you manage? Oh, excellent news. Well done, my friend. Well, I knew I was now. Here's your... Go ahead. Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication. What's that look? Well, under the earth, even the vulgar shall not be left behind. Which is why I, Kenneth Height, just you watch my...
I like Kenneth. He's talking about bringing peace, despite the fact that the Golden Order is about subjugation.
Ah, yes. Would you like to enter my icy bright? Enter, and who knows? What say you? Very well, very well. I knew it. I shall await. You shall hold us. I see.
All right. Onwards to the Mistwood ruins. Let's not provoke the giant bear. At least not until I talk to the guy who's howling. Hello.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowin. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward.
I know it's just the incline, but it looks like Blythe's wearing heels, and he does not need the extra height. I mean, seriously. Nope. That. Me. There we are. That will be useful eventually. I literally just needed you off of this. Oh my gosh. This is twisted. I didn't even mean to cheese this, but this is just too funny. Rune Bear defeated by door. Don't mind me, just hit the wrong button twice in a row. I will take that. And I think around the base of here somewhere. There we are. That's health. Actually, all of these are health. Yep, those are health flask, or health flask ones. Well, did I just trigger a brawl between some demi-humans and a rune bear? Sorry, demi-humans. Oh my gosh, are they actually managing? What did I just start? Okay, I think the rune bear won. I just got so lucky. Because that was almost a forced respawn. I really don't have any business being down here just yet. But I'm done here anyway. I suppose the real question is, moose now or moose later? The only thing up that way is Herba. Which, used. But this has Herba and other stuff. Yeah, I really have no business being down here just yet. Come on, I know you can pick that up. Thank you. Over here. Except for a health scarab. Alright, and now for some platforming. There we go. I got the bubbles. I have no use for the bubbles. It doesn't hurt to have them. Thankfully, that one's a short elevator ride. No idea why those are up there of all places, but... never hurts to have a cure for something. I was hitting the lock-on button. Oh boy. At least this isn't Dark Souls, because Dark Souls 3 crabs suck. What's over here? Just a shroom. There's a corpse over here with the map, and that I want. However, I am in no state to be doing moose right now. Nope. I'm gonna go check in with Kenneth. Alright. Prepare for battle. Okay, this on a twin blade is actually pretty disgusting. I forgot to pick up loot.
I suppose you must have... Oh, indeed, it is one must be found true and... I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand. The great Kenneth Height issues his sincerest apology. But now, for a true and...
Alright. That's all I can do with Kenneth for now. So, off to Agil Lake. Let's go up over here. I can hear one of my cats playing with a ball. Summon Blight, just because I'm not sure how his quest progresses if I don't.
Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Although I didn't exactly need Blight there. Thanks, buddy. Hello, Blade.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize. Oh yes. I should say, if you venture north to Rail Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon. That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways.
and I'm off. Heading over there. This will be useful for later. Let's get rid of you, because otherwise you are going to cause problems. And you are trying to cause problems. Ah. Alright, be a fool. All the better for me. Oof. Didn't realize dismounting counted for getting a critical. I am not getting into a fight with a Rune Bear right now, so I'm leaving those guys alone. You, however... are fair game. Or were fair game. I need 500 more. Okay. think they call this the Bridge of Sacrifice. Yeah. Which... it's more like a gallows bridge, honestly. Or gallows bridge would make more sense, because it is a gallows. Let's go. I almost got myself into a bit of a pickle there. I should mix my physic. I got more tears and forgot to do that. After I do this. Stamina, probably, because I don't really use the charged attacks that much. I don't like how long they lock me in place for.
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. The servants there have rebelled. But I swear I heard my good father secreted me out, but decided himself to stay. The servants are full of wrath. Feel they've since come for every one of the companions I escaped. I fear it's no different, at least. Would you mind taking in my soul wishes that he please? Thank you. Dearly. Then please, take this. Deliver it.
She's not exactly the good guy in this situation, but she is disabled. So she does kind of need some form of help. None of you are going to be following me up here. Oh, some of you are following me up here. Okay. Your funeral. Let me pummel you! Hey, get back here! There we are. I'm going to lose, but at least I'll respawn right here. There. Come on. Ow. Come on, I might actually win this. Ow. It's foolish of me. Come on. Got him. What did you get from that, huh? I don't think I've ever beaten him before. That should be enough. Get this over here. And then unlock this tower. And the third ghost turtle should be literally right in front of the staircase. And there should be a memory stone, which is a spell slot, up this way. Yep, alright. I'm not going to worry about any of these side paths until I actually beat this area. Or, well, let's call it dungeon. And it's a minor dungeon. Off to Castle Morn. And that particular golem does not respawn. So I no longer have to worry about arrows when I'm on my way to Castle Morn. Okay, what is this room for? Seriously. The only thing I can figure is decoration. Let's try to handle this as much in melee as possible. I feel bad for the dogs. They're they look starved. Alright. Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead down. You barely staggered me. Come on. Whoa! Okay. Roar away, I suppose. Misbegotten. I feel bad for them, but they suck. I don't like fighting them. You are the single strongest Misbegotten in this place, so let's... Or, well, in this first section. I have to wonder how this tiny castle held enough bodies, or held enough people to make this pile of bodies. What was this place even supposed to do? As far south as it is, it's not really doing much protecting as far as the land, or it's not really protecting the land much. Unless you're talking about things that might come from south, or from the south. Which this actually might be meant to protect the lands between from southern incursions. Alright, I handle the stuff over here and get this loot, and then I don't have to come back this way again. There's literally nothing else on this path. Well, on this rampart. Nowhere to go but down. Let's go this way. Nothing. Right, let's take out that guy. I I love Twin Blades, and that gravity magic is actually pretty good. This guy will say that he can't go back to see his daughter.
I'm sorry, but whatever, you take this.
Oh, and he gives me a twig.
I see. Thank you. But I can't leave, even if the castle to ensure the trip. If you see Irina, her father will come for her.
Unfortunately, you've made your decision. I know that there's... I can't remember if there's enemies on this path, but there's one more path before the Grace. This Grace is over there. How much do I have as far as smithing stones go, anyway? I can level up my Twin Blade again. Thrice, from the looks of it. Hello, Hugh.
Well, I took you for dead. No matter, it's all to stay out your own.
Okay. I'm gonna be going over here after I do Castle Morn, but for now, let's finish this. Actually, I have to step away for a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Something came up real quick. I don't know how long exactly that took me, but I do plan on porting over my streams to YouTube now. So I will be cutting that out. There are... I actually don't think I have to go back up. This next part is not very long. Ah, blast is useless. Oh well. I see you. Please help me. I'm of noble blood. If those hideous mongrels eat me, I'll be forever marred. Anything but that, please. Think of the disgrace. Bruh. You should be more concerned about your life than your appearance. I get that death isn't really a persisting issue in the Lands Between. But still. Why does it take the Tarnished so long to climb ladders? I have been spoiled by Dark Souls 2 ladder climbing speed. Because the bearer of the curse costs souls. Of course, a fall like that would have killed the bearer of the curse. Okay. I will take that health flask back. There's not anything there. I want to know what's at the top of that tower. Truth be told. Because I don't think there's a way to actually get in there. The view must be gorgeous. I totally meant to drop down there. %, totally meant to drop down there. I've never actually used a whip in these games, or in this game. I main threaded Cain in Bloodborne more often than not. And I know that I despise the moveset in Dark Souls 2. But I've never actually touched a whip in this game. Maybe I'll do a whip run at some point. let's use my runes. Actually, that's probably the best I'm going to be doing as far as hopping runes for a level goes. Two more, and then I can work on intelligence for a little while. Should work on mind, too. Actually, probably mind before intelligence. Ow. Mid-flask, really? Well, that's one. I hit the dodge button. Gotcha! Where are my runes? They're there. $5,338. I do not think I have enough for that. Or enough to level up. Now I do. There's the elevator. I can just sneak around that big group over there. Still have to destroy this pumpkin head, but... Twin blades are brutal. I love them. As pretty as feathers are as adornments, this is a little impractical. Oh, that's done. Hey, Asta. You missed me running around here. I defeated a mini-boss, cleared out a camp, killed a bear, went down a well, and cleared out a fort. Then I came over here, headed south, and I'm about to deliver some news to a guy. I'm going to talk to a guy, and he's going to go and return to his daughter.
I'm in your debt for keeping the sword from those fallen creatures. I'm no longer bound by duty. Once I've rescued Arena, I will spend my remaining days with her. Thanks to you, I will be reunited with Arena and devote my remaining days to her. Arena has a gentle nature, though. I only hope it remains intact.
I remembered to upgrade my gear again. My twin blade's at +5 now. My staff's at +0, but I'm not intending on keeping that staff for an eternity, so... that one doesn't matter quite as much at the moment.
Arena, how could this be? My daughter deserved better. The fault lies with me. I chose duty over my daughter's safety. And that is how fate has answered. I'll find them. The foul wretches responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them. Rest assured, Arena, it will be done. I'll hunt them, rest assured.
Yeah, the guy I was just talking to is the same guy that said he was gonna come and devote the rest of his remaining days to his daughter. He returned here to find that she'd been slain while he was protecting the castle. Sucks, but there's nothing we can really do about that. Did I get the dragonfly with that too? No. That time I did. I love twin blades. They are hands down my favorite weapons in this game. They're flashy, they're quick, and they make mincemeat out of anything you can catch with them. No loot. Yeah. Plus, this particular one you can put stuff on. Like that little gravity spell there. Unlock this one. Grab that. Head over this way. Ah! Oh. I at least have something to cover my tatas now. The Winged Scythe is not particularly good in the end game against some bosses, but it's actually really good in PvP. Yeah, Tata secured. The Winged Scythe prevents anyone that it hits with its weapon skill from using their flasks to heal. That is really good when you're going up against someone who has a bunch of healing and likes to spam it. Let's go down this way, because there's a merchant down here who sells a lamp.
Well, it's been an age since I've seen. How can I help?
And I'll take that as well.
Never safe.
Lamp is good. Lamp means I will no longer be forced to pick between stumbling around in the dark and having... means I'll no longer have to choose between stumbling around in the dark and having the ability to deal the amount of damage I'm used to. Because Lamp does not use a hand. Oh boy. Gotcha. Not enough to level, but the physics I now have a new tier for. Okay, now the question. Do I like how the Guardian garb looks better than the Page? The answer is no. That I'll come back for. Where did you go? Okay, those are my footsteps. I did not just spend a minute searching for my own footsteps. You're imagining things. I don't think I've gotten hit in this catacomb yet. Which is actually nice. Is there anything else in here? Before I... Okay. Is there another skeleton? No. But this one did drop a mushroom. I went too soon. I really did, didn't I? Why are skeletons dropping mushrooms? You stand up. Pretty sure you do too. Okay, last one. Ooh, you're gonna give me extra rooms. Pull yourself together, you silly skeleton. Hostile is not a good look on you. I have to remember not to look for my own footsteps this time. And rest with the grace. Do not have enough to level. Right. Here we are. I think this is a cemetery shade. Yep. Ow. While twin blades are definitely better two-handed, I can still hit you with it while it's in only one hand. Silly shade. I have enough for a level now. And I forget what's behind this door. Cookbook. I'll take that. Alright. Next to work on some intelligent. Mind or actually mind. Definitely mind. Let's go down this way. There! Ow. Sorry, but I wanted that staff. think it's better than what I've got. Yeah, with my current setup, this does 7 more scaling, which isn't the greatest, to be fair. But it's still better. I should probably pop over to Caelid soon. I just sworn there was another mouse. Whatever. There's the other mouse. I know for a fact you lot are going to turn on me and attack as soon as my back's turned. So I'm just going to make some preemptive attacks. And run around looting the place. I can't even use that yet. That's what I came here for. Alright, and with that, pretty much everything major in the Weeping Peninsula is done. You know what, I should head over here. Increase the amount my flasks replenish. And then go assist Bach. Bach being that guy who got turned into a tree that I freed last time. He's gotten himself into some trouble. So now I want to go past first, talk to this merchant over here.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
By that. Both, sort of. Bach,
All done? Well,
he knew he was getting into something unpleasant. However, it wasn't... He didn't want the trouble to happen to him, really.
It hurts. Oh. What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp. You'll end up just like me. Oh. What are you doing here? You must...
Alright, you don't have any other dialogue. Time to go beat up some demi-humans. It needs to take me 5 attempts before I summon. Roll a foot on myself here. Alright, go talk to Bach, and then continue on through this cave. This is the tribe of demi-humans that kicked Bach out. I don't know why they kicked him out, but he came back here trying to get his sewing tools.
Leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp. You'll end up just like me. Wait. Is that what I think it is? You got it back for me. My sewing needle. What made you go into a thing like that? My mum was a seamstress, and that sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. Then I suppose I
I can't just curl up and die, can I? Thank you. You're very kind. I always wanted to be a seamster like my mum. Then I suppose
Alright, you've got no more dialogue. He doesn't actually die, we run into him later. And I don't plan on killing Bach off this run. Why do you drop string of all things? I guess it makes some sense. Sheep. Let's go get a dragon incantation. Can't use any of these, but... or at least not yet, but... Alright. I think I've got one more thing to do. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to go speak to a character named Garunk, and then I'm heading into the castle that I unlocked the way into last time. Garunk's quest is amazing. I love it. It's absolutely brutal, though. Do we have any other pants? These... but I don't like the look of those, so...
I smell it. Death. Feeding me. Tarnished. Bring more deaths. I shall grant thee eye and claw. Feed me more.
I've played this game several times, and yet this is the first time I've noticed that the beasts look bound to the pillars, or that the beast statues look bound to the pillars. It's unnerving, that's for sure. Seriously, how's that the first time I've noticed that? Get this for future reference, or for the future. And now, we head into Stormville Castle. Locked. Turn on my lantern so I can actually see. Down here. Locked. Okay, so it's just a flower over here. I can never remember. I unlocked this, right? Yes.
You there? Come over here.
I need you to open the gate.
You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise it's tightly guarded. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know you'll breach the castle. Fair enough. You certainly don't have to trust me. Well, if you must go through the gates, I'll signal them to open. But of course, I'd advise against it.
I don't care what you advise. Alright. Rest here. Then clear out this spot. Good luck actually hitting me. Jerk. Something over there. So, yep, okay. Why does everything drop mushrooms? I mean, I'm not exactly complaining. I've run out of mushrooms in the past, but, like... What? I got greedy. Oh, hey, gloves. Gotta protect the fingers. And now, we run. That whole side adventure was literally just for that grace. I am cheesing this poor lion so hard. I mean, I'm gonna have to legit it soon, but... Alright. Don't think there's anything else on here without skipping like half the castle. So, back to this side of Grace over here. Okay, I have to have 500 runes in my inventory. There's no way. Yeah. Hello. Do some jumping. Those can only take one. Good to know. I don't think there's anything else. Nope. Except for over here, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of loot. It's not good loot. Up and away we go. Does that hit from there? Yes, it does. Good to know. How many smithing stones do I have? Or smithing stone 2? I need 2 more to upgrade my twin blades. Again with the mushrooms. Wow, I dodged that slowly. The hook claws are good. I used them in a bleed build I did once. It made for some pretty dissatisfying boss fights, though. Why did you stop attacking? I get that my presence is imposing, but you shouldn't stop attacking someone you already antagonized. That almost went so poorly. Mushrooms. I don't know why the game decided that the butterfly was important enough to warrant a loot thing instead of when, yeah. Just smile and nod. Let's look around first. Okay. This can be a bit of a pain. I have my lantern on, right? Yep, okay. And I got him! Nice. I don't always manage to slay that one on my first attempt. This room is cramped. I can appreciate some caution, but I can also appreciate some speed. And then I jump over here. So far, I'm liking the gravity Ash of War that I put on my Twin Blades. Not my usual playstyle, but it's good. Nope. Yeah! I have to climb up the ladder again. You know better than to get greedy, Aevin. Yeah, I know, I know. I will take that foot. I'm sorry, but you were just unfortunate. Ah! Whatever. I was coming down here anyway. Get back up the stairs, you silly tarnished. And collect that grease. Alright, I'm gonna call it there. I would like to finish Stormville Castle today, but I'm not sure how many attempts Godric's gonna take, and I am going to try and solo him. Because I can't remember if I've done that before or not. And I also just got a wave of tired. So as much as I would like to, it's probably not a good idea for me to continue, because I'm not going to focus, and while that may be entertaining to watch, it's not going to be entertaining to play. So yeah, calling it's probably for the best. With that said, happy time zones everyone, and I hope you all have an excellent day.